Welcome to the battlefields of World War II. In this series, we will be looking at a massive amount of conflicts in chronological order which occurred during the span of World War II. We begin all the way back, when things start to escalate in Asia during 1937, and go all the way to 1945 at the end days of the war. Each conflict will be briefly introduced, the battle will then be fought out in Battlefield 1942. All theaters of war, including the Pacific, Western Europe, Eastern Europe, and Africa, will be dealt with. Be warned that there may be historical inaccuracies when it comes to the battles that are provided, but the main purpose of this series is to entertain, not to educate. For your epic journey throughout World War II, look no further. Enjoy. The Battle of Summa was fought between the Soviet Union and Finland in two phases. First in December 1939, and then in February of 1940. It was part of the Winter War and was fought near the village of Summa, along a main road leading from Leningrad to Viipuri. The Finns had built 41 reinforced concrete bunkers in the Summa area, and a defense line was stronger than elsewhere in the Karelian Isthmus. However, the Finns had made mistakes in planning, and nearby Munasuo swamp, east of Summa, had a kilometer-wide gap in the line. At least 20 tanks drove through the line in the first day of battle, but the Soviets did not have proper cooperation between the branches of service, tanks, artillery, and troops. This meant that each section fought their own battles. The Finns stood still in the trenches and allowed the Soviet tanks to move behind the defensive line on December 19th, as they did not have proper anti-tank weapons. But after that, the Finns repelled the Soviet main troops. Deserted tanks behind the line attacked randomly against strongpoints, but after 20 tanks were eliminated, their threat was over. Eventually, the Finns won the battle on December 22nd. Hey everybody, and welcome to the next episode of Battlefields of World War II, the series where we go through World War II in chronological order in Battlefield 1942 and Battlefield 2. It's been a long while since the last episode. Reason for that is because the series simply did not do very well, and I want to take a break from it and see and come back later to see if it maybe would do better with more subscribers. And I was very happy to see that. I got a few messages from some of you saying hashtag more Battlefields of World War II, those who wanted more episodes. So thank you guys for that small group that does support this series. Today we have the Battle of Summa, still in the Winter War, of course, the Finnish versus the Soviets. And of course also a problem with this series, definitely in the beginning, is that so many of these battles are not famous, so people won't really look for them, right? It's the unfortunate truth that most of the mainstream will only look for battles that they know about from books or pop culture references like movies or games. And, all these battles are just forgotten about. But again, I think that that is also the absolute strength of this series, is that if you, start with the episode 1, you go through all these small battles that actually did matter and that did point something into the war. So this battle included, the Battle of Summa, where the Finns had all their bunkers positioned and defensive positions here, and due to an opening, the Soviet tanks were able to actually get through, also because these Finns did not have anti-tank weapons. Something, of course, that does not go up for Battlefield because we do have anti-tank units. But those tanks that got through were eventually destroyed, and the Finns stationed at this defensive line were able to hold off the incoming Soviet Union infantry units. Again, I'm playing as the Finns because they won the battle eventually. We will play this for 10 minutes and then switch to the Soviets because the amount of tickets is simply too big to properly play this. There I went. So even though they have tanks, we do have a few planes at our disposal as well. Spawn a little bit closer to the actual front line. You can see though that one of the planes is not used by the AI at all. We have one guy in the air. Not him. Him. And again, I've said it in many videos before, but what I also love about this series is how we will see technology change. Where we still have the biplanes. In terms of weapons, we have a lot of just rifles. Not that many automatic weapons yet. You can see that a few of the AI is crumbled up over here. And if you look at the map, it's actually a very large sprawling map, with the Soviets actually spawning in 1 point, and the Finns having 3, creating a great advantage for them. Now, we are not able to actually capture that point, so there's no real reason to go there, but the AI is pushing quite hard. This definitely has a bit of a World War I vibe with all the broken up trees, the charcoal trees. We even have an AI all the way at their spawn point. Oh! What is this? Something's glitchy here. Oh, gotta reload. Ha! Whoa! Stop shooting at us! Bastard. Oh, there I went. Let's actually see if we can maybe get into that plane all the way down south. Yeah, we can. Let's get a better look at the battlefield. Whoa, why are there swastikas on here? That's interesting. Someone can tell me that. I'd be very interested. No, 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 no. Shit. Wow. Don't know how I was able to land that, but sure. Lost momentum there for a moment. Alright, let's follow this group that goes over here. Yeah, you can see definitely that we are at a big advantage here for some reason. They're not really pushing all too hard. I mean, they're trying. But boom. Killed a whole bunch. Oh, look, they're crowded up there. Some of them might be stuck. Ugh. And I got hit. Let's try and flank a little bit from the left. We might actually be able to finish this whole point. Oh no, wait, there is actually a timer. I just saw that. Okay, lol. Maybe I did add a timer actually. Shit. Again, it has been too long since I've done this series. And I really want to. Again, it's... Back in the day, I did something similar, but of a less large scope with Arma, where I wanted to go through like Battles of World War II in Arma 2. But I would start in North Africa, and with Battlefield 1942, there are so many more options than for Arma. Ooh, look at that. Ugh! You got a lot of tanks stacked up there. The AI is not really using the tanks. Interesting. Doesn't really matter if you choose this. It won't actually give you a automatic weapon. See, it'll just give me a rifle. Oh shit. Oh Jesus. Oh Jesus, take the wheel. Jesus, take the wheel. Oh, I took the wheel. But yeah, we have only one more battle in the Finn Wars after this. Cold Bullet. And then back to Asia, and then finally Holland, which I'm very excited about. Another change in theater. Not even France yet. You know, I have so many episodes already, and there hasn't been a single battle yet in France. Also Norway, of course. We have a battle in Norway coming up. Alright, total victory. Alright, let's now switch to the Soviets and see how that goes. Alright guys, so now we are fighting as the Soviets. Let's see if we can do a little bit better. We should at least be able to capture one of the points, right? One would think so. Especially if we can actually use... oh, an armored car. Sure. Armored car is faster anyway. Again, the fact that we have these armored cars in the beginning is so cool. Like, they're so jank in a way. It is actually pretty rough to drive them through this terrain. Let's actually go for the middle one. Oh, this is going to be an issue. So far, so good. Just gotta capture this so that our units can spawn. Fuck me, threw a grenade. It's already neutral. There we go. Alright. So this is gonna be, yeah, the 10-minute thing. Because boy, now that we actually do have equal spawn points, no team actually loses any points. Something blew up massively there. No idea what I'm looking at. Oh, they're trying to blow up the armored car. It's always a little confusing that you now shoot at the guys that you were just at. Okay, let's actually spawn over here. Oh, we have a second one. Never mind. Okay. That's why some of the units went all the way there. Though, it doesn't really appear to be a spawn point that you can capture. So that's actually quite difficult to... Oh, look at all of them. To take because of that slope. Now, here, of course, you also need to get up a hill. But it might be easier to take than the other one. So we have an allied plane fly over. Oh, jeez, okay. Same strategy. Oh, what the hell? Die. Don't you be shooting at our men. But yeah, again, the map itself is not too spectacular, but it has a very much that World War I vibe. Very much so. That no man's land vibe. Whew. Fuck. Gotta reload. Gotta find the entrance to the bunker. Okay, we got this. Good, good, good. In a way, it's interesting that you actually have the mounted machine guns that are, of course, very powerful because you don't have a zoom function on them. They're good, but they're mostly good for, like, suppression because you cannot be very accurate with them. This might be an issue. I don't know if that changed to our plane now or if it's still the one with the swastika. That's ours, and that's the swastika one. Yeah, okay. Because that one didn't despawn yet. Alright. No bombers on this thing, but hey. Or no bombs. Yeah, baby. Oh, is that an enemy? That's an enemy. That was not an enemy. Kill a teammate. Shame, too, because it was a beautiful kill. But not a kill that helped us very much. It's so much easier to fly a plane in this game than in so many other games. Oh, as I said, I crashed into a tree. Look at that, they're actually now making good use of the spawning. They're actually not spawning on the central point at all. All of them are spawning over here. Do we have the AT? Yeah, it did. Want to get hold of one of these babies. Oh wow, you can actually shoot this pretty fast. That's too far to walk. There's 1 minute left. So yeah, guys, let me then just do my ending thing as this final minute. So yeah, we have one more battle upcoming from the Finn Wars. We will return to Finland in the future, though, because there are maps that take place in 1942, 1943, 44. But for now, again, one more episode for the Finn Wars until we head to another theater. And if you know any maps or any particular custom maps that would also fit in this series that are not with any of the mods I do, then please let me know. Because of course there are always small battles that get overlooked even by the mod makers that want to recreate a as complete image as they can. Again, I hope you guys like this series. Please spread the word around that there is a series like this for those who love it. Again, it is a little difficult to market this series to some of the viewers, but we are going through with this. Again, there are 4 episodes that I've done, so hopefully we will get a pulse of what the viewers' retention is. So anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next battlefield.